Hey everybody, this is Limitless KRGN and we're doing another cool review this week, and this is from Super 7 Ultimates Godzilla Minus One, and this is one of their figures from that line that they've been doing such a good amount of figures. I have not once gotten one of that line figures yet. They're just the only one I ever wanted from that line after this one was the Inferno kind of like meltdown Godzilla, but that's really hard to find now, and I missed out on that one. I was so bummed about that because it's like a really cool effect that he's melting down. This is a very sad scene, but really cool how they captured that in that figure. So this is this is Super 7 Ultimates. This is from the movie Godzilla Minus One. I saw this in the theaters, subtitle, and it was really good. I really liked this movie, and then when it came out, I think it came out on streaming, it came out on Netflix, and it came out dubbed, so I got to see it again and experience it again. It's a really good movie. I hope they do a continuation, because they left with such a cliffhanger, and with a whole heartbeat, and you see that weird vein thing on the girl's neck, so it's like, what does that mean? So I'm getting sidetracked. Of course, I tell you how much and where I got in the end of the video. Again, if I didn't say it earlier, this is a pre-owned figure. You can clearly kind of tell because it doesn't come in the original cover box to protect it, but yeah. And they have such an amazing line. Like I said, the only figure I'd love to get from this line that I missed out, and every time I remind myself, I'm really bummed about it. It's the kind of like melting down, overheating Godzilla with the skeleton showing. Oh man, they really did a good job capturing. I think that looks so cool just to have display. It's also a very sad moment because it's like the death. It's the death. Sadly, it's the '90s death of Godzilla. Dying and then passing to the next one, So it was pretty much the last time you saw the '90s version of the variant of Godzilla. It was really one of my favorite versions of Godzilla. But yeah, so let's get a better look inside and open this baby up and let's look. All the accessories it comes with and everything. I think it just comes with its head and, a closed mouth head and, and then the one you have his head open mouth. But yeah. Okay guys, so this is just the other head. I will show you the other variant of the head scope on this Godzilla. Once, that's the ones attached to his body. But the mold on this thing, as you can see that, in focus, is really nice. When it comes to the side of it, you see his teeth, and the paint is really nice. Now, when it's kind of weird is when you put him forward, you see his eyes are kind of like spreading out. So it has like a kind of like weird effect. Like he needs glasses or something. But from the sides, he looks freaking awesome. Sadly, he doesn't have the scar. I wish they added that part. I think I can do that myself. I just need to get really good screenshots of the scar, and I definitely want to add it. But yeah, and the other accessory, just dropped the, is his tail. They comes technically separated, and then you attach it. Now, I think for that, I'm going to have to use hot water to attach it because it's probably going to struggle. But the tail itself, like as you can see, has a ball joint here, one solid plastic, and right here another ball joint here for kind of like a little bit of swivel, and then another ball joint here, another ball joint there. This one I feel like it's more like just a swivel, not really a ball joint. Right here is a little ball joint. Maybe it feels like, yeah, it is, but now that's it. It's just one solid piece. So it's like one solid piece, 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 one solid piece. All connected to some of them bone joints and something kind of like a shift kind of deal. But I'm definitely going to have to put hot water in this, so I'll come back right now. And now let's get a better look at the figure itself. Alright, so now this tests the articulation. So this has basic articulation, depending, I guess, the mold and the figure. I don't have any Godzilla version figure. The closest to it I have, same size, is Mighty Morphin, the T-Rex and Dragon Zord. But the articulations are totally different compared to this one. So head joint, he does almost go all the way around. He does have a ball joint that connects from his chest to his stomach. So he does turn around, but I feel like every time you do it, you do hit the back horn. So you just keep that in mind. Be careful you don't break it. Oh my gosh. Arms are a little stiff. Sorry for the helicopter noise. You guys are probably hearing that right now. Yeah, there's always air traffic where I live in the, you know, if you guys don't want to know. But yeah, there's a lot of air traffic. He does have a swivel, so he does swivel, bent, and does seem to be moved somewhat, but I feel like forcing it may break it, so definitely need to use hot water in that. Same thing here. Again, he does have this whole part seems like it's just one solid piece. Kicking, yeah, he's a little stiff. Spreading open, he closes more better, but when you actually try to spread him, that's how much you can. So I'm assuming if you do that, he does move forward, but if you try doing it like this, you do struggle a little bit more. But he does spread to an extent, not too much. But yeah, he does bend semi, not too much. It stops to here, and you pull it back that much. He does have a ball joint, so he does have sort of an ankle privilege, not quite, but not bad articulation as well. Same here. There's a limit to it, but again, they design it in a way so you can have him pose. Like, I do love that this part does move a lot, so you can have him posing a little bit different, but not much as you can, but at least a semi kind of. So this part is loose in mine. I think I'm gonna have to use hot. I forgot to do it. I just forced it, but it keeps coming up, so I'm definitely gonna have to put a hot water in it. But yeah. And you guys want to switch the head now? We can do that now. I'm thinking it's gonna struggle a little. I'm just a little afraid to take it off. Let me do it off the camera and I'll come back. Now he has no head. Let's put him with the head and the tail. At the same time, the tail came off. You do struggle pulling this. I wish they were kind of more. I wish they did. I don't know, better process, a better way of making this easier for you to put it. Because I feel like over time, this is gonna just give up. And that's how he looks with his changeable head. I like them both. I like him with his open mouth and close. And that's how he looks with his closed mouth with the helmet. Well, I said helmet. I don't know why. But this is how he looks with his mouth closed. He looks cool. He looks cool either way. I just wish they did a better job when it came to popping it. Because, man, this thing... It's a little hard to take the head off to switch it for this one. Both heads look really cool. Both of them look really cool. Him or his mouth open, mouth closed. I like them. I like them both. It's just in the process of me trying to force him, I kind of bent his back horn, but it's really cool. I do like it. Now I don't want to do size comparisons because you guys. This thing is definitely bigger than the SH Monster Arts figure. The SH Monster figure, this is maybe like 7.5 or 8 inches. Since SH figures usually 6.5, and it's like half the height of this, depending on the figure size. But usually this is bigger. Like if you had the SH Monster Arts version of this one, you could definitely, this one will be bigger than that one. It'll be half the size of this one, with better articulation. But okay, now let's talk about the good and the bad about this. So where did I get it? How much did I get it? And the good and the bad. So I always like starting with the good and the bad. Good and bad. So bad, I guess I'll go with bad first. Articulation is not quite as I wanted. I wish I had a little bit better articulation, you know, especially for the price range of this toy. But it doesn't. It has, like, if I had to give it from 1 to 100, I'd give it like maybe 75 to maybe pushing in a little bit of 80% articulation. But it does lack some parts. That's why I'm only getting 80. I don't. The SH1 has better articulation. You know, It's more like 99, 100% articulation. And the other negativity, the tail like keeps popping out. I don't like that, but that's just my opinion. You know. But yeah, other than that, that's the only two negativities. I'll be honest, the scoping on this, the paint on this is really nice. The size of this, I actually like this I honestly I like this one compared to the SH Monster Arts one. Just because it looks nicer, it looks cleaner, it looks more scary, more intimidating than that one. Don't get me wrong, the SH Monster one is pretty cool, but that one's more expensive, and yeah. So where did I get it? How much I get it for? So I got mine pre-owned, and I got it through a buyer who's selling it on Macari. He was charging, I think, like 60, about 60, and free shipping, 60, I think like maybe it's like 60, 64 or 63. I'm not 100% sure. I just remember altogether it came up to like $70, and that's usually almost about the same retail price. It was brand new in box. And that's a good deal. Free shipping, it's a heck of a good deal. So I'm happy I got it through that. Yeah, like I said, I got it for like almost the retail price or the retail price. I'm not 100% sure of the price. It's about the same. It's about the retail price, because I know when it came out it was like 50, 60, 70. I know the Godzilla figures are more expensive compared to the other line of the Ultimate lines from different brands. But yeah. So I think it's a definitely must-have, especially you cannot find the SH Monster Art one, because the SH Monster one has nice paint and the articulation is amazing. The only thing that's not the great is when it comes to the scope of the face. That's why it's been like third parties or even people who 3D printed those ones and are selling just the head so you can switch it, because the head on the SH Monster Art is not the greatest. This scope I'll be honest, the scope on this is really nice. The only thing that's kind of off a little bit is when you move in the center and his eyes looks kind of off. But from the sides, this thing is really nice, painted detail. I really like this. I'm very happy. Like I said, I'm happy I got this. I have the bootleg one, but honestly, after getting this one, I'm probably gonna get rid of the bootleg one because I don't like having multiple of the same figure. I just like having one of each of the character figures. So, but I'm gonna definitely get rid of the bootleg one. But I'm happy. I'm very happy. I got it for a decent price. I'm definitely gonna give it a scar. I'm gonna weather him a little bit, give him a scar right here where he's supposed to have in that scene in the movie. If you can get it for the same price or even a little bit higher, it's fine. It's a must-have. Just be mindful that the articulation is not the greatest, but man, this thing is really cool. It would be cooler if they had more accessories, but it just comes with two different heads, and that's it. But that's Ultimate. When it comes to, I guess, some other lines of the Godzilla, they don't have a lot of accessories. But yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this. This is Limited KRG, and like I always say, any way to help the channel out, leave a thumbs up, subscribe, comment, share, any way to help the channel out. And like I always say, adios and keep on collecting. Bye.